Morning, Joe and the Pro. And while it's actually almost morning for me, I'm in Las Vegas. It's a little dark because I'm in my hotel room. I got my Starbucks, and we've got the great, legendary Dave Cokin with new shades on today, Dave.
Semi-new. I've had these for a few months. Um, Got to alternate once in a while. I had a bad day yesterday, so I figured I better switch sunglasses.
Yeah, well, yesterday was Monday. What, you didn't do well in hoops?
No, yesterday was Tuesday.
Tuesday, oh my
Monday
God.
was, Monday was terrific.
Oh.
No, I had my worst day of the season yesterday. It's going to happen. You're going to have some of those, and you just got to file them away and move on.
Yeah, I take that stuff so bad, Dave. Like, I was talking about it on my NFL show with Kelly. I really, I've been doing this for close to 20 years, and I cannot deal with those like really bad days. I mean, I can deal with 1 and 2 days, 2 and 3, 0 and 1, but God, when you put down like an 0 and 4 day or something, it just kills me.
Well, the upside of it is I've been doing really well. So it just happened that it kind of crashed in one day. I don't know. Nothing much you can do about it. And they weren't bad beats. So, I mean, it just had wrong sides, which is unfortunately part of the game. I got to mention one thing. And this ties into yesterday. I get this all the time. The question is, what's a sharp player? And the answer is usually, well, it's the guy who beats the closing line on a regular basis. And I've never agreed with that because I got to tell you, you just brightened up some. I got to tell you that I beat the closing line all the time, okay? I'm not, maybe it's instinctive or whatever, but I can read lines and where they're going to go and where the public's going to be.
Of course.
I can do that in my sleep. And I'm not exaggerating. I'm right about 90% of the time in terms of getting closing line value. So to me, that's not sharp. There's only one thing that's sharp, and that's picking more winners than losers. And yesterday, even though I beat the closing line in every game I played, every game by at least 1 point, the results stunk. So I wasn't sharp yesterday. I don't want to hear about that closing line garbage. It's all about picking winners and losers. That's anything else is kind of coloring it to, well, I had the sharp side. Okay. Yeah, if you had the losing side, you didn't get paid, you paid out, and that's all that matters.
I agree 100%. And, I'm very often against the sharp moves anyways. So I never pay attention to stuff like where's the smart money, where's the public betting. That stuff never factors into my handicapping.
Here's where it factors in. I want to get the best number I can.
Well, yes, exactly.
That's where it matters. So,
but I put a lot of my NFL plays up early in the week because I know where the lines are going.
That's what I do with my colleges. And
college is the most important because the line moves are so massive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny though, Dave, because if a college line moves from 1 to 6 and an NFL line moves from 3 to 4, based on the scoring and how college works compared to NFL, that 3 to 4 is a much bigger move than the 1 to 6.
Well, in terms of dollars wagered, sure, because the NFL is much higher volume.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into it. Firstly, are you going to Ralph's tomorrow?
No. I am invited to good friends for Thanksgiving. It's going to be an Italian Thanksgiving dinner, so we'll have the turkey and the ham, probably some lasagna. Everything's going to be homemade, and watch some football games. It's going to be a big crowd, and I'm looking forward to it.
Excellent. I'm going to head over to Ralph's with Marco, and I think Kelly's going, some other people, Brian Leonard. It's going to be a fun day. Listen, let's get to it, my friend. I'd love a free pick for tonight, but I also want to talk about the Thanksgiving games.
All right. Where do you want to go first?
You decide, Dave.
Okay, well, I'll give you a free pick for tomorrow. Thanksgiving Day game, so we'll tie in the two here. And if you've been following these free plays at WagerTalk, they've been really good. And one of the teams I keep on using them, and I'm not going to back off, I've been playing the Saints now for several weeks, and for those who follow about the free, and they've all been free plays at WagerTalk. So, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I'm staying on the Saints. This team is a monster right now. They are the highest power rated team in the league. If they maintain this level, nobody's beating them. I don't think there's going to be any letdowns or anything like that. They still have to keep winning to protect the number one seed in the NFC. They don't like the Falcons. It's a rivalry. Atlanta's season is over. They keep on moving these numbers up on New Orleans, but they're not even coming close to not covering.
Yeah.
And by the way, Ralph Michael sent me this today. Since 2016, double-digit favorites in the NFL, double-digit favorites. This used to be like no sharp player would ever lay double figures in the NFL. Square all the way. Since 2016, double-digit NFL favorites, 39-20 against the spread. Sounds pretty sharp to me. I'm staying on the Saints minus the points. The only thing I'm playing tonight are 2 hockey games, which I did post at the site. You have to buy them, but the hockey's been good. Small winning streak, won 3 in a row. I'm involved in the Islanders-Rangers game tonight, and I'm also involved in our local team's game as the Vegas Golden Knights are in Arizona to face the Coyotes.
Well, I also have 2 hockey plays up. Tonight, I'm slightly over 60% on the season, and I'm involved in the Washington-Chicago game and the Calgary-Winnipeg game. I got one side and one total. You can get them at WagerTalk.com. I am going to bring up a couple of the other 2 games briefly for tomorrow. But before we get into that, just a couple of quick things. Guys, Dwayne Bryant just rolling in college hoops right now. Had a perfect 3-0 sweep yesterday.
Wasn't on my games.
Yeah, well, nor mine. He is 50-19 in his last 69 college basketball totals, and he has one up tonight at WagerTalk.com. And Dwayne is so good at totals, like across all sports. I mean, his NFL totals are legendary. He's rolling in college hoop totals. Guys, head over to WagerTalk.com. If you want to play a college hoops game tonight, Dwayne Bryant. If you want to play NHL tonight, take Dave. Take Dave over me. I speak to Dave about NHL. I'll kick his ass over the year, but he knows his stuff, especially for an American.
Really? I wanted to throw something in here. This has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I'm looking at the video here, and I decided that I look way better than I did last week, and I know why. It's because the buffed out UFC guy isn't on with me.
Well, he'll be on next week with you.
I know. Boy, oh boy. I'm going to have to I'm going to get a hoodie with some fake shoulder pads. Make myself look bigger.
The craziest thing about that, Dave, and you and I are old enough to know, is that in the 80s, those shoulder pads in shirts were like a thing.
I've never worn them.
No, me either, but they were like cool. Like the cool cats wore the shoulder pads, and a lot of the women too. Really?
Oh, yeah, I know women did.
Really strange style, but my dad, who was in the fashion industry, he always said every fashion style comes back. So the over and under on shoulder pads being hot in the next 10 years, I'm going with over.
So in other words, you're suggesting that I have a 3-piece double-breasted corduroy suit.
Oh,
that's still hanging in my closet. It's like 40, it might be 50 years old.
Yeah, the over and under of that coming back into style in the next 100 years. I'm taking the over.
I hope not.
What is it? Plum? What purple?
No, it's like tan.
Oh my God, that's not even your color at this age, dude. Get rid of it.
Nothing was. No, I don't like throwing clothes out.
Well, I can see looking behind you that you're a bit of a hoarder.
No, I tucked myself into my little corner in the den here, where I've got the printer next to me and a bunch of crap sitting on there and pictures around them. a lot of sports memorabilia pictures in this house.
Well, I got over 100 pieces of sports memorabilia. We see some of them on the shows in the background. Dave, really quick, let's talk Chicago, Detroit. I know you obviously have some plays tomorrow, so skip what you need to skip.
I won't have anything on this game because look, I don't know what the situation is going to be with Trubisky's not going to play. He's been downgraded to doubtful, and I think he's not even going to dress for the game. So that means Chase Daniel is in the game for the Bears, and this creates a conflict because on the one side you've got the Bears in a potential letdown spot coming off this huge win against the Vikings, and Thanksgiving is always a big game, and it's really the only big game left for the Lions who are out of the race. But the flip side of it is, with their quarterback out, I think the Bears are going to very likely come in more focused here.
Yeah.
Say, well, geez, we got to really play today because Chase Daniels in instead of Trubisky. And if the Bears are focused, I don't know if the Lions can beat them. The Bears are just a better football team. So, that's one of those things where you don't have to play every game. And I would look at this and say, well, I've got two options, pass or under. I suck at NFL totals, so I'll pass. I would take the under.
Listen, I very well said about Trubisky and Chase Daniels. And by the way, Chase Daniels is one cool dude. He did some great YouTube videos during preseason where he dressed up and acted as a reporter interviewing somebody. Yeah, I'm a big fan. And we've seen the line move now. Chicago is down to -2.5 in this game, and the total dropped a point as well, down to 43.5. And I like the under in this game as well, Dave. New Orleans and Atlanta, we got a big total here at 59.5. It's been jiggling around a little. It was 59, then it went to 60 yesterday. Now we're seeing some money come in on the under to bring it back down a little.
Yeah, good luck playing unders with the Saints.
Well,
they can put up 45 on any opponent right now. I don't think I want the under if the Saints are going to hit the 40s. It's not like the Falcons are total bums on offense. The defense isn't much. And these big totals are going over.
Yeah.
I know that the numbers guys keep on playing them under, and they're getting their teeth kicked in. And by the way, speaking of totals, I was talking with Jeff Sherman yesterday on the Las Vegas Sports Line show, and I asked him, well, what happens? You just had this total in the 60s in the game between the Rams and Chiefs, and the Sharps played the under, and they got destroyed.
Of course they played the under.
Public plays the over and just wins and wins. And I said, well, what do you do with the Super Bowl? Because the Super Bowl, sharp money means absolute shit in the Super Bowl, okay? And that's the only way to phrase it. It means nothing because the public money is so overwhelming that you've got to put up public lines on these games. And if that's a rematch.
70.
In the 70s. We're talking 72, 73.
I was
They'll still get hit with the over.
You know what, Dave? It's funny because I was thinking while watching the game on Monday night, if these two teams play in the Super Bowl, or even if it's Kansas City and New Orleans, for instance, in the Super Bowl, I was thinking what number could they put up that is realistic yet will prevent a mass run on the over.
It's got to be well into the 70s.
Yeah, 77, that type of area.
I think if it's 72, they're still going to get way more money in the over than the under.
Well, I just feel like, there's it's that addictiveness where you just know you can't bet the over, yet you walk up to the window and out comes the word over.
Yeah, and then you cash your ticket a few hours later. Look, that game on Monday, the under never had a chance. Never had a chance. Anybody's watching the game, it's 5 minutes in. It's like this game is going way, way over the total. And, it's unbelievable. It was great.
But the craziest part of that total on Monday, Dave, was that there were actually field goals. Like when you get to 100 and you look back over the game, you would think that kickers never walked onto the field.
No, but there were also 3 defensive touchdowns.
Yes.
So you add that into all the offense, and well, there's your 100-point game.
Yeah. Washington, Dallas tomorrow. You know, Teddy and I were disagreeing here on our show in studio yesterday. You know, I just can't lay 7 on Dallas. I just, I feel like Dallas can't be -7 against anybody. I don't know if you're betting this game at all, but
I made it 6. So there's no real value for me. Colt McCoy, I think, is an able stand-in for Alex Smith. I don't think there's a massive difference between them. Slight difference, but not a lot. The Cowboys, by the way, are now the favorite to win that division because they will actually move into first place with a win tomorrow.
Well, and that makes sense.
They're now the favorite to win that division. So for all the talk about, boy, Jason Garrett, got to fire him, what's Jerry Jones doing? Jason Garrett might be coaching a playoff team.
Yeah, well, you know what? And Jason Garrett will be out in the first round. He's Dave Cokin. I'm the Prez. This is Morning Joe and the Pro. Guys, no specials today because we're running specials all week at WagerTalk.com. Head over there. You get from today till Monday of everybody's plays. Just pick a handicapper that you like. $49. And in NBA, you can have my season for almost half price. Regular $900. It's $495. I am 12-3 to start the NBA season. Dave, thanks for joining us. We'll have you on again next week with the incredibly handsome and dynamic Kyle. Mr. UFC Vegas, I'm telling him to change his name. So we are in the process of a name change because I just can't call him that.
I don't blame you.
I mean, it's just so stupid.
I'm just going to call him Hercules or something.
Anyway, brother, have a happy Thanksgiving and a happy Thanksgiving to all of our wonderful listeners. Thank you for all the comments. You can catch me on Twitter at Prez WagerTalk. I'm playing poker all day, so I might not get to respond to all the comments, but I'll certainly try. No show tomorrow. It's Thanksgiving, and I'm back on Friday with the big man, Marco D'Angelo. Be well, Dave. Thanks for joining us.
See ya.